Welcome to Luxembourg for the 2014 VRC 10-scale 200mm nitro sedan World Championships. Getting set to go here for this one. An hour-long main event for these drivers. Off and underway. Looks like a fairly clean start for the front runners here in this one. Long week of qualifying for these drivers. All these guys laying down some fast laps. Putting down the pace all week long. Jeffrey Rietveld going to be out front leading the way here in this one. Your TQ, the orange and white machine. Orange wheels working his way through the chicane section, coming back around right now. Kevin Pignotti going to be in that number 2 spot, the yellow and white. Rick Yaley in the number 3 spot. There's Pignotti in the number 2. Yaley in the 3 spot. Top 3 drivers starting to spread it out just a little bit right now on the rest of the field. Rick Yaley, we just saw him in the 12-scale World Championships. Trying to chase down another World Championship win here in this one. Out front, though, Jeffrey Rietveld going to be your leader. Looking smooth right now. Kevin Pignotti right there behind him. A lot of racing left to go for these drivers. Back around to the front side they go. As you can see, this course here in Luxembourg, lots of challenging corners, chicanes, and even over here we got a little bit of a bank corner. Kevin Pignotti in that number 2 spot. Closing that gap up on Ritvik right now. Ritvik out front, leading the way. Last lap, 18 flat. Minute 30 down. A lot of racing for these drivers to go. Top 2 drivers starting to spread out just a little bit now on Rick Yaley. Paolo Massari going to be in the number 4 spot. Graham Rastrick in the 5 spot. Pignotti right now. His fast lap going to be a 17.80. Oh, closing the gap up on the leader just a little bit there. Ritvik making a little bit of a mistake there, getting a little sideways coming out of the corner there. Nice tight line for Pignotti. Pignotti chasing down your leader. As you can see, top 2 drivers now with a 1.05 second lead on Rick Yaley in the number 3 spot. Pignotti going to be 0.3 of a second back from your leader. Working their way back around to the front side once again. Nice tight line, clipping that inside curb just a little bit. As you see, the elevation changes on this track, making Luxembourg yet another unique track here in VRC-Pro. And top 2 drivers right there together. Pignotti with the inside line. Pignotti now taking over the top spot. Jeffrey Rietveld. Rietveld clipping that inside curve, just about spins it out. What a save right there. He's back to the lead now. Pignotti dropping back to second. Pignotti back to the inside. Pignotti now taking over the top spot. Jumping over the inside of that corner just a little bit right there. That could have cost him on that one. And Pignotti now. Nice line through the chicanes. Rockets his way back up into the top spot. Jeffrey Rietveld in the number 2 spot. Rick Yaley still in the 3 spot. Paolo Massari in the 4. Holger Wolf in the 5. Pignotti onto the right-hand side of the track. He goes around that big bank turn through the chicane, coming back down. Down the runner time, back straight. Pignotti looking smooth right now. Kevin Pignotti starting the number 5 spot on the grid. Jumped all the way up. Back on the right-hand side they go right now. Rietveld going to be in that number 2 spot. He's going to be 0.3 of a second back. As you can see, Jeffrey trying to close that gap back up on Pignotti. He's on his back door now. And Rietveld now up into the lead. On the right-hand side of the track they go. Rietveld taking back over the lead from Pignotti. Pignotti now going to be a car length back from him. These 2 drivers have basically checked out, it seems like. Rick Yaley going to be 2.3 seconds back at third. These 2 back and forth they go. Pignotti with the inside line. Not quite close enough to make the pass. Working their way back. Oh, and a mistake there for Rietveld. Rietveld there bumping that inside curve, getting a little sideways. Pignotti taking back over the lead now. Pignotti, your leader. Rietveld right there with him, though. On the left-hand side of the track. Coming back around to the front straight now. 4:30 down. And whoa, what a line right there. Jeffrey Rietveld jumping that inside line. Oh, gets a little wide on the back straight. May have caught a little grass on that one. Pignotti taking back over the lead now. These 2 drivers so close on pace. Watch this line right here. We'll see if Jeffrey's got it on this one once again. Oh, that one even nice and smooth. Super fast right there. Ritville making up a ton of time on the right-hand side of the track. Big Naughty there in that number 2, sorry, in the lead. I'm sorry. Oh, Ritville making a little mistake there in the number 2 spot. I'm going to have to say right now, Big Naughty holding strong. As you can see, Ritville in second, charging hard, doing everything that he can. Down the backstretch they go right now. Kevin Pignotti, you're going to be your leader. Look how close Ritville is, just looking for a way by. Dives to the inside, swapping lines. Back around to the front stretch they go. 5:30 into this one. This right here is where Jeffrey's so fast, and there it is. He takes over the lead right there. Ritville back up to the lead now. Pignotti in the number 2 spot. Working their way back into the center section right now. Coming back to the front straight. 5:40 down. Going to be coming up on our first set of pit stops here before long. That may change things up with these drivers as well. Rick Yaley in the number 3 spot. Going to be 4 seconds back from your leaders. And now you can see Jeffrey starting to stretch it out right now. The orange and a white. And both drivers in for fuel on this lap. It's a battle of the pit stops now. Both in and out. Ritville coming out of the pits in the lead right there. Beautiful pit stop for both drivers. Pignotti. And now Kevin Pignotti taking over the top spot, the yellow and white. Pignotti now your leader. Ritville in the number 2 spot. These drivers are so close. And right here, this is where Ritville is so fast through the chicanes. Pignotti, though, holding strong on this one. Pignotti holding on to the top spot. Ritville looking for the inside line. Not quite close enough to make it stick. Both these drivers running such identical lines. Through the chicane, they go on to the right-hand side. Beautiful lines right there for those two drivers. Ritville now back up at the top spot. These drivers have swapped the lead position multiple times already. Pignotti now in number 2. Pignotti's got the inside line. Pignotti back to the lead now. Back and forth they go. This is some of the closest racing we have seen here in the VRC-Pro World Championships for 2014. These two drivers nose to tail all the way around the track. Pignotti, your leader right now. Ritville in that number 2 spot. On to the right-hand side. Oh, Ritville make a little bit of a mistake there. You saw the back end hop up. Got a little too tight on that inside curb. Pignotti leading the way right now. Ritville going to be in the number 2 spot. Going to be 0.3 of a second back from him. Rick Yaley going to be 4.7 seconds back from Ritville in the number 2 spot. Paul Massari 7 seconds back from Yaley. Jeffrey Ritville right now going to be half a second back. So Pignotti, for the first time in this race, has more than a half a second lead. A little bit of breathing room for him compared to what he's had earlier. Down the long backstretch they go on the left-hand side. Ritville trying to close that gap up on him. Rick Yaley there in your number 3 spot. Your recently crowned 12-scale world champion. Orange and white machine. Kevin Pignotti back to the lead right now. Out front lead the way. Ritville going to be 0.498 seconds back. Across the line on that last lap right there. Rick Yaley still in the 3 spot. Paulo Massari in the 4. Holger Wolf in the 5. And Pignotti right now looking nice and smooth out front. Yellow, blue, and white machine. There's Rick Yaley, our 3rd place driver. The orange and white machine coming around to the front side. Paulo Massari. Oh, just as we go to the camera view with Paulo, making a huge mistake. One after another right there. Paulo Massari in the green and white machine having trouble in the infield. Massari having a pretty clean race up until that point. That dropped him clear to the back of the pack. That's going to move Benjamin Lame up into that number 4 spot. Holger Wolf in the 5. Graham Rastrick in the 6. Paulo dropping all the way back to the number 7 spot now. As you can see, the leaders working their way through the lap traffic now. There's Kevin Pignotti. Down the backstretch he goes. The yellow, blue, and white trying to put a lap on everybody. There's Graham Rastrick, our number 6 place driver. The orange. Oh, what a save right there for Rastrick. Rastrick bumping that inside curb, getting a little sideways. Down the backstretch they go. The leader trying to put a lap on him right now. And Pignotti going to make it happen. There he goes. Pignotti moves on by. Not far behind Pignotti, only 1.3 seconds back. Going to be Rietveld. And as you can see, all these drivers, especially there in the back of the pack, all bunched up right there together. There's Holger Wolf, the blue and white machine, battling out right now with Paulo and Graham Rastrick. 4th through 7th. All pretty close right now on times. Holger Wolf in the blue and white machine. Trying to move back up through the field. There's our number 2 place driver, Jeffrey Rietveld. Rietveld trying to close the gap back up on Pignotti. He's going to be 1.3 seconds back. So Pignotti right now got a good amount of breathing room compared to what he's had. 1.3 seconds isn't a lot of time, but I tell you what, in this race it is. Those two drivers early on, back and forth they went. 10:50 down here, and this one's still a lot of racing left to go for these drivers. Another set of pit stops not far away right now. There's your leader. Clear track ahead of him. Down the runner time, back straight he goes. Coming back through the infield right now. Pignotti just trying to keep it cool, calm, and collected. Looking for a possible world championship win here from Luxembourg. And we take a time shift. 30 minutes into this one now. Halfway mark. Here is your leader, Kevin Pignotti. Out front. He is setting it on cruise control right now. Way out front of the field. Jeffrey Rietveld in that number 2 spot. However, there is your number 2 driver just about to be lapped by Kevin Pignotti. Pignotti earlier in this one, battling back and forth with Rietveld. Those two drivers were so close on times. And now Pignotti trying to put a lap on him right now. Rick Yaley in the number 3 spot. 8.8 seconds back from Rietveld. 17 seconds separate Pignotti right now and Rietveld. As you can see, they are right there together. Look at Pignotti. Pignotti holding strong in this long 60-minute main. Oh! Rietveld there make a little bit of a mistake. Here comes Pignotti trying to put a lap on him. Once he puts a lap on him, he's got an entire lap, possibly more, on the entire field. There's Paulo Massari. Benjamin Lehman right there. Lehman having a good battle. Back and forth they go through the switchback sections in the center. Back around to the front stretch. And a tire change for your leader. Kevin Pignotti in the pits, in and out, fresh rubber. Back on the track he goes now, 31 minutes down. Still a lot of racing left to go. Tire change there for your second place driver as well, Jeffrey Rietveld. Rietveld in and, oh! Gets picked back up. Cost him a little bit of time there on that one. As you can see down the backstretch he goes. Kevin Pignotti going to be right there in front of him. 100 laps in the book. For you later right now, Kevin Pignotti looking for a world championship win here in Luxembourg. Still a lot of racing left to go, just past that halfway mark. We'll see if he can make it happen. Jeffrey Rietveld now in the number 4 spot after the tire change. Rick Yaley up into the number 2 spot. Graham Rastrick in the 3 spot. Massari in the 5. Rick Yaley, our recently crowned 12th scale world champion, trying to chase down Kevin Pignotti right now. Kevin Pignotti out front looking nice and smooth. After those tire changes, Rick Yaley only going to be 7 seconds out of the lead. That's about a half a lap here in Luxembourg. Graham Rastrick in the number 3 spot. Rietveld in the 4. Massari in the 5. Look at Paulo Massari right there, the old green and white. Working his way into the infield right now. Massari in the number 5 spot. There's your leader, Kevin Pignotti, out front. Jeffrey Rietveld in the number 4 spot now. Up, moving up into the 3 spot. Rietveld trying to close that gap back up on your leader. Rick Yaley in the number 2 spot, 7.5 seconds back from Kevin Pignotti. There's Yaley right there. Yaley in the orange and white machine coming around to the front side. Don't know if Yaley has yet to make a tire change or not. Down the backstretch he goes. That could change things up. Jeffrey Rettveld still in that number 3 spot right now. 8 seconds separate first and second. Pignotti out front looking nice and smooth in this one. Everybody's starting to spread out just a bit here in this one. Just past that halfway mark. Ricky Yaley looking nice and smooth. There's Kevin Pignotti. Pignotti on the right-hand side, hitting the line just right. Down the backstretch he goes, back into the infield now. Pignotti, so far in this one, I hate to jinx him, but I gotta say it, he's had a near flawless run. Pignotti's been on his game here, that is for sure. Graham Rastrick in the number 5 spot, working his way around. Onto the right-hand side of the track he goes. Rastrick starting the number 6 spot on the grid, moving up into the 5 spot now. Back around to the front side. A lot of racing still left to go for these trucks. Oh, and just as I say it, Rastrick clipping that inside pipe. Through that chicane, trying to hug the top. Oh, and another mistake at the end of the back straightaway. Has to get corner-marshaled on that one. Oh, boy, Rastrick. A rough lap for him there. There's Ricky Yaley. Yaley now in the pits for a tire change. Things are going to sort themselves back out once again. Rettveld going to take over the number 2 spot. Pignotti still going to be out front leading the way. There's Rettveld in the number 2. There's Rick Yaley in the number 3 spot. Kevin Pignotti out front in this one, trying to check out. Yaley onto the right-hand side, down the backstretch he goes. Kevin Pignotti, your leader right now. Through the switchbacks, down the runner time, back straightaway. Back around to the left side, into the infield. And another time shift we go. 55 minutes into this one, 5 minutes left to go. An hour long. Oh, Kevin Pignotti. A rare mistake right there. He saves it, and he is in the pits. Pignotti coming in, topping it off. 5 minutes left to go in this race. Good pit stop for him there. As we were saying, an hour-long main event for these drivers. Taking unreal amounts of concentration, focus, and, of course, talent. These are some of the fastest of the fastest here in VRC-Pro. Doing what they do best. Kevin Pignotti showing he's doing what he does best. Leading the field around the track right now. Rettveld still in the number 2 spot. There's your number 2 driver coming around to the front side. The orange and white. Orange wheels. On the right side of the track he goes. Back down the back straight. Rick Yaley in the number 3 spot. Massari in the 4. Rastrick in the 5. Lehman in the 6. And Wolf in the number 7 spot right now. Jeffrey Rettveld, as you may recall, in the beginning of this race was so close with Kevin Pignotti, but Pignotti laid down some consistent laps and has now got an enormous lead here in this one. Rick Yaley there in the number 3 spot. Yaley coming around, it looks like he's running the Serpent Machine. On the right side he goes, the 733 down the back stretch. Rastrick in the 4. There's Paulo Massari. Sorry, running the X-Ray in T1. Down the front stretch he goes right now. Time is winding down here in this race. Benjamin Lehman on the right side. Run the Shepherd. Down the back stretch he goes now. Kevin Pignotti out front. Looking for a World Championship win here from Luxembourg. Less than 3 minutes to go now in this one. There's Graham Rastrick. Rastrick, our 4th place driver. He's got Massari coming up behind him fast. Rastrick make a little bit of a mistake there. Paulo Massari trying to close that gap up on him. Massari in the green and white X-Ray. Massari's got the inside line. And Massari now moving up into the number 4 spot. Holger Wolf in the blue and a white machine. On the right-hand side he goes. Back down the backstretch. Kevin Pignotti still out front. Rettveld in the number 2 spot. Yaley in the 3. Massari, Rastrick, Lehman, and Holger Wolf. Rastrick down the backstretch he goes. taking that 4th place back away from Paulo Massari. Less than 3 minutes left to go in this one. Working their way back around onto the right-hand side. Rastrick in that number 4 spot right now. Everybody's pretty spread out beside Rastrick and Massari. Those 2 drivers pretty close. There is your leader, Kevin Pignotti. A lonely place to be, way out front right now. Pignotti had no real challenge. The latter half of this race right now, the yellow, blue, and white machine. There's Redveld. Pignotti not that far back from putting another lap on Redveld right now. Redveld running a strong race in that number 2 spot. The orange and white. Coming back around to the front side. Minute 15 left to go in this one. These drivers all close on pace. However, Pignotti picked it up about the halfway mark, and it's never looked back ever since. 1 minute left to go now. Kevin Pignotti working his way around onto the right-hand side of the track. All he's got to do is complete a couple more laps here in this one. And he is looking at a World Championship win here in VRC Pro. Through that center section, back around to the front side. Pignotti right now, you know he's got to be excited. Out front leading the way. An enormous lead on the field. 30 seconds left to go. And with 20 seconds left on the clock, this is going to be his last time around right here. Kevin Pignotti, all he's got to do is complete this lap. The yellow, blue, and white machine. One final time. Down the front stretch he goes, onto the right-hand side of the track now. 2 corners to go. Kevin Pignotti, your 2014 VRC Pro Nitro Sedan World Champion. Jeffrey Redveld coming to that number 2 spot. Ricky Ailey rounding out your top 3.